Hey, beautiful soul, welcome back to Angel Message for You. It's not a coincidence that you found this video today. There's a divine reason you're here, and it has everything to do with your heart, your future, and the sacred covenant that's forming in the unseen. I know you've been carrying questions, maybe even some doubts, and yet, deep down, you haven't stopped believing. That gentle hope within you, it's alive for a reason. The angels have been near you, closer than ever, because heaven is revealing something extraordinary about your future. Today's message is unlike any other. It's one of destiny, timing, and a love story written long before you ever prayed for it. You're about to hear what many have sensed, but few have truly seen: a sacred revelation about the person you're going to marry. And no, this isn't about guessing names or picking random signs. This is about recognizing the fingerprints of God on your love story and understanding why the wait has been holy. You see, heaven doesn't rush what is divine. There's been a process, yes, a refinement, but it's never been punishment. It's been preparation for both of you. And now, in this quiet unfolding of time, the Spirit is ready to show you something you've only dreamed about: the face, the heart, and the soul of the one who has been chosen to walk with you, not just for a season, but for a lifetime. You may not see it clearly yet, but something in you is already awakening. There's a stirring inside. That's how the Spirit speaks softly, gently, but undeniably in the eyes of heaven. This is not simply about falling in love, it's about stepping into a divine assignment, a union that carries purpose, a relationship that restores, a love that glorifies the one who authored it. God has not forgotten the desires of your heart. Psalm 37:4 reminds us, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." That means your longings are not random. They are sacred. They're placed there by a God who knows how to fulfill them in ways that are greater than your expectations. Right now, the angels are surrounding someone whose name you may not yet know, or whose name you cannot seem to forget. This person has been set apart, hidden in divine timing, not because they were out of reach, but because the fullness of the moment hadn't yet come. Just as you've been growing, healing, and learning to trust, so have they. This love will not be ordinary. It will be healing. It will be holy. And when it comes, it will feel like peace, not confusion. 1 Corinthians 14:33 says, "For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace." So if you're wondering, why hasn't it happened yet? Or was that person the one? Take comfort in this. What is yours by divine assignment cannot miss you. And what is not aligned with your purpose will always fall away. God's plan is always on time, even when your heart feels late. Some of you have cried silent tears at night. You've questioned your worth. You've wondered if maybe you're asking for too much. But the truth is, you're not asking for too much. You're asking for something real, something sacred, and heaven honors that. God's message for you today is this: you are not unseen. You are not forgotten. Your love story is not delayed, it's being aligned. Your future spouse, yes, the one heaven is revealing, is someone who has also walked through fire. They've also had to heal. They've cried prayers over their purpose and wondered when their turn would come. They have battled loneliness. They have questioned their past, and like you, they have been waiting for a love that looks like home. They're not perfect, but they've been perfected through the process, and soon you'll meet them in a way that doesn't feel forced but divinely natural. The moment will come like a gentle breeze, unexpected but undeniable. Isaiah 60:20 says, "When the time is right, the Lord will make it happen." That's not a guess, that's a promise. And heaven never breaks its promises. So who is this person you're about to marry? They are someone who will see your soul before your body. They'll cover you in prayer before they cover you in romance. They'll speak life into your dreams, not drain them. They'll listen not just to your voice, but to your silence. This person is sent, not stumbled upon. They are heaven approved, not peer selected. And when your paths finally cross, something in both of you will whisper, "This is it. This is the one my soul has waited for." Don't settle for the counterfeit when the promise is worth the wait. Don't let fear make you cling to what feels familiar, but drains your spirit. This message today is not just about knowing who you'll marry. It's about trusting the God who is preparing both of you for something eternal. You may be asking, how do I know it's really them? The answer is peace. When God isn't something, there's no pressure to perform. There's no anxiety about losing it. You won't have to chase. You won't have to shrink. You won't have to guess. Instead, you'll feel covered, cherished, understood. They'll be drawn to your spirit, not your status, and they'll walk with you into purpose. not pull you into distraction. God's word tells us in Ecclesiastes 9 to 10, two are better than one. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. That's the kind of union God is revealing. A partner, not a project, a covering, not a competition, a love that echoes eternity. And if right now you feel like giving up, don't, because this isn't just about waiting for someone to arrive. It's about becoming the kind of person who is ready when they do. Every act of faith, every prayer, every tear, it has not been wasted. Heaven has been recording all of it. The one you're about to marry, they're not a random stranger. They are your answered prayer in human form. They are confirmation in skin and breath. And they are closer than you think. There are signs. Even now, some of you have been dreaming about them. Others are crossing paths in divine moments and wondering, was that them? And some of you are already in connection. But the clarity is just beginning to unfold. Stay prayerful. Stay sensitive. God is not a God of delay, but of design. And when it is time, heaven will move swiftly. You won't have to fight for this love alone. The angels are already working behind the scenes, arranging, aligning, and guiding. Their message is clear. Get ready. This union is sacred and it's coming. Before we close, let's affirm this truth with faith. You are worthy of a love that honors God. You are worthy of a relationship that reflects the kingdom. You are worthy of a covenant, not just a connection. Now, if this message spoke to your spirit today, don't let it go silently. Let your heart respond in faith. Like this video if you feel the confirmation stirring inside you. Drop a comment below with these words: I receive my covenant love in God's perfect timing. And don't forget to subscribe to Angel Message for You, because heaven is still speaking. And you won't want to miss the next word of hope, healing, and divine alignment. Until next time, stay prayerful, stay faithful, and trust. God is not finished writing your love story. Beloved soul, let me tell you something even deeper about what's happening in the spirit. Many of you have been sensing shifts in your heart lately, sudden clarity about what you want, people falling away, or even being pulled back to places of prayer you once abandoned. That's not random, that's alignment. Heaven is quietly orchestrating every detail to make sure you're not only in the right place, but in the right posture to receive this divine relationship. This isn't about a rushed romance, it's about a refined revelation. That's why the waiting season has felt so intense. The pressure, the purging, the pruning. It's because this union carries weight in the spirit. It's not only for your joy, but for God's glory. It's a marriage that will heal generational wounds, birth destiny-aligned children, and influence others to trust God's timing in their own lives. Some of you were engaged before. Some of you loved deeply and lost. Others have never even been in a relationship, and you wonder, God, why me? Why has it taken so long? But can I encourage you with this? Sometimes the longest waits birth the holiest unions. Think about Sarah, Abraham's wife. She waited decades for a promise that sounded impossible. But in Genesis 21:2, the word says, Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age. At the very time God had promised him. God didn't just fulfill the promise, he fulfilled it on time. And when Isaac was born, laughter returned to her life. And that's what your spouse will bring. Not just romance, not just attraction, but healing, joy, divine laughter that can only come from something birthed by God himself. There's someone right now who is being softened in spirit as you listen. You're realizing that the person God is sending won't just be someone you love. They will be someone who ministers to your soul, and vice versa. This is a partnership where each person's spiritual gifts are honored, where prayer is more powerful than pressure, where communication flows freely, and where love isn't earned, it's given and received freely, just like God's love for us. Romans 12:9 says, let love be without hypocrisy. Abhor what is evil. Cling to what is good. That's the foundation of the marriage being revealed to you today. No pretending, no fear-based attachments, just truth, grace, and goodness. For some of you, the revelation of your future spouse won't come through a dream, it'll come through clarity, through peace, through the removal of all counterfeits and distractions. God will remove every imposter and every emotionally draining connection to make room for the real one. So if things have been falling apart around you lately, don't panic. God often clears the path before he reveals the promise. He removes so he can replace. He subtracts so he can multiply. And he protects what is precious, especially when it comes to love. You're not crazy for wanting a love that mirrors Christ. You're not weak for choosing purity, for praying for confirmation. or for walking away from people who weren't willing to commit. God sees your faithfulness. And Psalm 84:11 promises, no good thing does he withhold from those who walk uprightly. That includes your spouse. That includes your joy. That includes your marriage right now. In the spirit realm, there's movement. Angels are on assignment. Your name is being whispered into the heart of someone who has been asking God, show me who's mine. And while the world may celebrate temporary flings and flashy proposals, heaven is preparing something eternal for you. You're about to be seen for who you are, not what you look like, not what you've achieved, but the depth of your soul. You're about to be chosen not because of pressure, but because of revelation. And when that person arrives, they won't bring confusion, they'll bring confirmation. Remember this, revelation always brings recognition. Your spirits will know, your hearts will align, and your peace will testify louder than any voice of doubt. It will not be perfect, but it will be protected. Because what God joins together, no one can tear apart. Matthew 19:6 reminds us. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore what God has joined together, let no one separate. This is not just a partnership, it's a covenant, and it has heaven's fingerprint on it. Now, for those who feel like this message is far off, don't disqualify yourself. Your mistakes didn't cancel your promise. Your past relationships didn't ruin your future. God's mercy is bigger than your history, and his grace is rewriting your love story. This message today isn't just about marriage, it's about hope. It's about trust. It's about coming into agreement with what heaven has already written about you. Your spouse isn't just coming, they're being revealed, piece by piece, glimpse by glimpse, and in God's timing, it will all make sense. But here's the part we must not miss. God doesn't just want to give you a spouse. He wants to give you a marriage that brings you closer to him. A relationship where prayer is a lifestyle, where worship is shared, and where your union reflects his love to the world. That's what's being revealed today. Not just a name, not just a person, but a purpose-filled partnership ordained by heaven itself. So prepare your heart. Don't rush. Don't fear. Don't settle. The one you're about to marry is not far. They're being drawn to you through the Spirit. And when it's time, you'll both know the angels are preparing the path. God is establishing the timing, and your faith is the key that unlocks the door. Stand on this promise from Habakkuk to the 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay. Yes, it's coming. Yes, it's real. Yes, the person you're about to marry is part of a divine revelation, and you're being prepared even now to receive it with peace, purpose, and praise. So let your heart rest tonight. Let go of the timelines. Release the pressure and allow the Spirit to work on your behalf. Because what God is revealing is not just a person, it's a love story that reflects his glory. If this message spoke to your soul today, don't let it pass by. Tap the like button so we can share this message of divine love with more people who need hope. Leave a comment with the words, I receive my covenant love in God's perfect timing. Declare it in faith, because there's power when we come into agreement with heaven's will. And make sure you subscribe to Angel Message for you, where your spirit gets refreshed, your faith is renewed, and your heart is reminded that heaven is still writing your story. You are seen, you are loved, and your covenant promise is on the way. We'll see you in the next video. Stay encouraged and stay connected. Before we end today's message, I want you to remember this. God has not forgotten about your heart. Even when it seemed like others were chosen before you, even when people around you settled, or when your prayers seemed delayed, heaven was still moving, quietly, intentionally, lovingly. You see, sometimes God hides the most sacred things until the perfect moment. Just like a seed must be buried before it can bloom, your love story has been buried in prayer, in fasting, in tears, and in faith. But now something is beginning to stir beneath the surface. What was once hidden is about to be revealed. Some of you may even be sensing that someone has been thinking about you, feeling connected to you in the Spirit, without understanding why. That's the tether of covenant beginning to draw you together. It's the early signs of a divine awakening, because in God's kingdom, spiritual alignment always comes before physical arrival. Song of Songs 3:4 says, I found the one my soul loves. I held him and would not let him go. That's not just poetry, that's prophecy. And for you, that moment is coming when your soul will recognize the one God has prepared, and you will hold on to them, not out of fear, but out of deep, holy love. But hear this with gentleness. This is not the season to chase people. It is the season to chase God and let the right person be magnetized to your spirit by the hand of the Lord. The right person will not confuse you. The right person will not compete with your purpose. The right person will not make you shrink to be loved. Instead, they will see you, cover you, pray with you, and grow with you, because real love doesn't just survive storms, it sanctifies you through them. There will be days when emotions waver. There may even be seasons when distance tests your trust. But the one who's meant for you will not run away when it's hard. They'll stay, they'll fight, they'll speak the truth in love, and most importantly, they'll keep Jesus at the center, because that's what makes a marriage last. Not just chemistry, but covenant. Not just attraction, but alignment. And not just romance, but reverence. So, if you're in a waiting season right now, don't see it as punishment. See it as preparation. God is refining you. He's sharpening your discernment. He's giving you wisdom to recognize not only your spouse, but the timing that is right. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. This path may feel lonely at times, but it is being cleared of every counterfeit, every distraction, and every delay that would have stolen your peace. So walk it boldly, walk it faithfully, and walk it knowing that angels are going before you, preparing the heart of the one who will one day stand before you, not just as a lover, but as a lifelong partner in purpose. And when that day comes in, it will come. There will be no striving, no begging, and no convincing. There will be clarity, peace, confirmation, and a deep sense of, this is what I've been waiting for. Let me prophesy this over your life. There will be wedding rings that carry the weight of answered prayers. There will be marriage beds filled not just with love, but with peace. There will be homes built on the rock of God's word, not the sand of worldly approval. And there will be generations that rise from your union and declare, this was God. You are not disqualified. You are not old. You are not forgotten. You are chosen, covered, called, and being carefully prepared for something that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard, but has already been declared in the heavenlies. 1 Corinthians 2:9 promises us this, what no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love Him. Yes, that includes you. So tonight, when you lay your head down, I pray peace will cover you like a blanket. I pray every fear of ending up alone will be silenced. And I pray that a quiet confidence will rise in your soul that says, God is writing my love story, and I trust Him with the pen. This person, this marriage, this covenant is closer than you think, and when it happens, you'll look back at this message and whisper to yourself, God told me, He truly prepared me. So stay ready, keep praying, stay in position, and most of all, stay in love with Jesus, with the process, and with yourself. The one you're about to marry will not just admire you, they will mirror the part of you that reflects God's heart. They will come, not just to complete you, but to partner with you in destiny. They will pray for you when you feel weak and laugh with you when joy overflows. They will not only see your beauty, but also your calling, your scars, and your anointing. And they will choose you fully, not out of obligation, but out of divine revelation. This is more than marriage. This is ministry, and it's on the way. If this message touched your spirit today, go ahead and like the video. Let it be a light to others who are praying and believing for their covenant love too. Drop a comment right now and declare, I trust God with my love story. Let that be your faith activation for what heaven is doing. And don't forget to subscribe to Angel M.